Hi, friends. Hello, hello. Welcome to another live. It's been a while. I feel like it's been a long time. It's only been a month, but I skipped last month. Last 2 weeks ago, I skipped because I was in New York with my mom and my sister. Busy, busy. But I'm here today. Who's here with me? 30 of you. Hello. Welcome. How is everybody's weekend going? Trying to still get myself situated. I just spent way too long looking for an ambient room. Hello, hello, hello. I love it. So many of you are here already. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How was everybody's Saturday? Erica is camping and ending her game time with reading sprints. Sweet. That's fun. Elizabeth, welcome. You're catching it live. Yay. You will have to wait and find out. And it's just kind of like, oh man, it's 7 o'clock or 7:30. I gotta go. But I think I'm happy with what I decided to go with. Oh, cool. Yvette just bought a book at the most beautiful bookstore in downtown Greenville. Very nice. Hi, Catherine. Hi, Lindsay. I know. Happy Mother's Day tomorrow to all of my mother friends and women who mentor in any way, mother children in any way, like me. Nice. Destiny, you spent the day at your in-laws house. Oh, almost done with Silent Sister for our Patreon book club. Nice. I usually save my Patreon book till later in the month so that I am up to date on it and remember it well for our chat. Here for my daughter's soccer tournament. Oh, nice. You're in South Carolina for a soccer tournament. Fabulous. Lindsay, the end is in sight. Yay! Hello, happy Saturday to you too. Oh, sad. You know what? I had a pretty mellow day today too. Sat by the pool. Nice. And stitching. I had like really bad allergies this morning and my normal allergy meds weren't working, so I took a Benadryl, which then knocked me out. So I got some stuff done, like the kitchen is mopped and my brother cleaned the bathroom. I did some laundry. And that's about it. Like I pretty much had a very chill day today. I haven't even gone out onto the porch. It's kind of rainy and dreary all day today, but yeah. Barnes and Noble, and you went thrifting. Nice. Amy Lynn. Oh no. No, you can kind of like skim read the bit about the sewers. It's not all that important. It goes really in depth. I was very thankful to be listening to the audiobook. Oh no, sorry that you were sick today. Yeah, I watched a few episodes of The Circle, which is my current binge. Reality TV is my happy place when it comes to watching TV. I don't watch a lot of TV. Um, oh no, you caught a cold or COVID? Slept most of the day. Oh, then is it the new Book of the Month one? Part of Your World, I think it's called. That's fun. I know, Kim, I was so mad because not mad, not really. Like I didn't know season 3 was already all out. So over the last few days or like throughout the last week I watched all of season 3 and then last week the first 4 episodes of season 4 came out, but I was not prepared for it to stop after 4 episodes. I just wanted to keep going and I'm like, "Oh, I got to wait now. I don't like having to wait." Yeah, it's rained a lot here too. We really needed it. I don't think we've had a really good like soaking rain here. Oh, I did paint my nails today. I did this really dark blue. Loving it. Loving it. Did that this morning. Got caught up and ahead on my Bible reading. I had editing I was supposed to do. I didn't do that. I had like my book spreadsheet. I'm still in March and now here we are in May and March was middle grade March and I have a gazillion books to enter. So I worked on that for a few minutes, but I don't know, I've just been in a funky wonky mood. Just wanted to watch TV and so I just kind of went with it today. Um yeah, they're all pretty quirky this season. Nice. Very nice. Bought some plants. Nicole, I cannot with that show. I cannot. It got to a point. I mean, I cry every episode, like a lot of people who watch it, right? But I haven't watched it in a couple years now because the episode where you learn what happens to Jack and it's like in the hospital, it was the whole thing is a little too close to home for my family. And so I was wrecked. I mean, I was crying for hours and hours after the episode. I'm like, I think I just need to be done with this show. Too much. 90 Day Fiance. Nice. It's okay to have a guilty go-to. And it's no guilt. There's no shame or no guilt. We're fine. Oh, what a doozy. Yeah, I just can't with This Is Us. Oh, Jill, I'm so sorry to hear this. Happy strep, mother. Strep and the flu. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, thank you for my nails. Finished Verity. I will not even try that book. Nope. Nice laundry, repotting plants. I have not been to a movie in so long. That sounds like a lot of fun. I want to go to a movie. Well, and I think, okay, Verity. Yeah, I feel like this would be my problem too if I read it. I don't think it's I don't think it's the book for me. I know it's not the book for me. Wait, why what? I got behind. Wait, why? Oh, why not Verity? I think content. I've just heard enough about it to know that it's not the book for me. Um, I don't particularly like Colleen Hoover anyway, so that's not a draw for me. And then as people share about their feeling about the book and even a little bit about what it's about, I'm just like, nah, I'm gonna pass. Yeah, what is everybody reading? This is a good. We'll like bring it into this evening. Emma and Cultish and a bunch of graphic novels in between. Nice. I currently have I currently have 0 books started, except for one that I just started this evening. I decided yesterday, well, yesterday I finished the audiobook of Small Great Things, and it was intense and heavy, deals with a lot of race issues, so good, but very intense. And so I finished that. Then I was also reading Transcendent Kingdom, which is like a carryover from April. I decided to DNF this book. Yikes. I feel bad about that. It doesn't, I know DNFing is fine, but I rarely do it because I pick up books that I know I'm going to like, usually. And there was a lot to say about this that I did like the writing is beautiful. It deals with like this woman, Gifty, and her, we just follow her thought process of she's a scientist and she grew up in a strong faith background. And so she goes through her process of like combining those things. And we learn about her family and her brother, but there is 0 plot. 0. And I just, every time I went to pick it up, I'm like, ugh, I don't want to read that. So I'm DNFing it. I was reading it with Maria, and Maria, I see that you're here. And Shannon, another Patreon subscriber friend, flew through it, but she listened to the audio. Maybe someday I'll listen to it on audio, but I don't think even that will help. I know about myself that I need a story, and I would love the themes and the conversation and the reflections that she has in here if there was a story behind it, but I've decided to DNF that. And so I think that's partly why today I was like, I don't want to read anything. But let me see. I got to go back. I'm way behind on comments now. See what everybody's reading this evening. Okay. I wonder if there's a way to like mark where I am with comments. I have read Selection, super cute. I used to go to the movies every week. It's been 3 years now. Oh, man. Yay for still life. Are you listening to the audio? Because Ralph Cosham does a fabulous job narrating the audiobooks, especially like he is the narrator for the first maybe 10 or 9. I forget how many. Yeah. Not my go-to. Yeah, same, Erica. I went through a YA dystopian phase like back when I first started BookTube, and I read a ton of them. The selection was cute. Oh no, sorry, Yvette. Surviving Savannah, Codename Helene, The Diamond Eye. So many of these are on my TBR. Oh my goodness. Jefferson's Sons. John Jakes writes, Chunkamunkas, Melissa. Good for you. Melissa, can you tell us like about your baby? I feel like I've missed so much BookTube lately. Have you shared? Have you is the baby here? Please tell. I want to know. Nosy Christo needs to know. Going to start 2 books tonight. Secret Prisoner Governor, The Wonder. So that's a strange one. Oh no. And I have thoughts and I don't know how to feel about it. Okay. I don't have this one. And Emily Henry has been up and hit or miss for me. Like I enjoyed Beach Read, but I did not care for People We Meet on Vacation. So I'm going into Book Lovers kind of like, I don't know. We'll see. Jade City, The Sentence. Oh, I Must Betray You. That sounds good, Maria. Maybe I'll pick that one up. I do have it. Only Plane in the Sky. Oof. Perfect way to do it, Nicole. Audio along with the text. Fabulous. Oh man, that's going to be a good one for you. Hero of Ages. Yay. Miss Peregrine. That's one that I did not care for as well. A little too out there for me. Debating between one of your Book of the Month books or Well Played. Which Book of the Month ones did you go for this time, Jennifer? 9 Lives, Tending Roses, Down Among the Sticks and Bones. I've heard Lessons in Chemistry is so good. And Jamie, I could not stand. I really did not like the first one in that Shauna Maguire series. What's it called? I forget what it's called. I really didn't like it. So I will not be finishing that series. 2 Nights in Lisbon, Marrying the Ketchups. That was a Book of the Month. I had never heard of that one. Darling Girl, the Peter Pan retelling. That was a Book of the Month. Dear Bob and Sue. Poisonwood Bible. Nice. Here you go, Yvette. April is 70% into Verity, and she's loving it. Hoping to finish it tonight. I'm reading The Pilot's Daughter by Meredith Jaeger. I've never read her or even heard of her, to be honest. The Sweet Life by Suzanne Woods Fisher. Oh, 50 pages left in The Book Thief. Nice. The Practice of the Presence of God. Why is that such a tongue twister for me? Your daughter's with you. Hi. They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera and Reading Out of the Dark by Mandy Zeh. Finishing up. Oh yeah. Silent Sister and then Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Before Night Falls. Yeah. Invisible Husband of Frick Island, right? Is that the one? Invisible Husband of Frick Island? 90 pages left in Nevermore. How fun. That is such a fun read. Yes, that's what I thought. The Right Dog. Oh man, you guys are reading so many. I'm just going to kind of skim through. 84 Charing Cross Road. Oh, may skip to audio. Nice. I'm going to do one sprint. It's mixing it up. Beach House by Mary Alice Monroe. Old Curiosity Show. Hey, Keisha. The Clackety. What a fun word to say. Cute. Arm of the Sphinx. Okay, so here's what I have. Yay! You can totally do it, Lindsay. I'm so excited that you loved it. Part of Your World and Darling Girl. Nice. Oh, Pam. So good. It's a heavy one. Book Lovers was very compulsive. Read it one day and couldn't stop with the steam and sexual tension. My goodness. Banter was amazing, and the character's backstory was meh. Okay, I think she does really good with banter. I think like dialogue is her strong suit for sure, because I think that's the same in both of the other ones. I can skip this theme, so I'm not worried about that. I'll just like skim ahead. And backstory is meh. That's a bummer. So here's what I'm planning on reading tonight. Let's see. I just started while I was eating dinner this book called My Fine Fellow by Janique Cohen. She is Filipina American, and this takes place in England in the 1830s. Is that Victorian? 1830s. Um, and we follow two women who are who are in their last year of school as a, what's the word? Culinarian. Is that like chef? Culinarian. So Helena is kind of the bold, confident, overconfident sometimes, a little bit brass, top of her class. Penelope is Filipina and wants to bring dishes from other countries to England. And then they meet a boy their age, 17 is, I think they're all 17. I think this is YA. They meet a boy on the street selling basically empanadas, and it's kind of a My Fair Lady. They take this boy and I think they're going to kind of try to turn him into a gentleman so he can have his own bakery shop. But of course there's going to be, what does it say? Mayhem, unseemly faux pas, and a little romance will all be a part of the delicious recipe. I just think that sounds really cute and fun. And I heard about this, I think, from Kate Howe. So I'm going to read this a little bit. I also feel like picking up and starting The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. I read like 3 pages the other day, and then set it back down. But I think this one might be an interesting read too. So I'm going to read this a little bit. And then the third one that I have that's kind of on my mind is a graphic novel called They Called Us Enemy by George Takei. This is his memoir of going to a Japanese internment camp when he was a kid. So I'm really, really interested in this, and I've heard really good things about it. So I may pick this one up tonight too. So those are my 3 books. Hopefully one or more of them will kind of spark my interest. So we are going to start. Let's do at 7 or at 50, and we'll do it. We'll just dive right into the 20-minute ones. Let me see what else. Lindsay's in and out doing errands and acupuncture before you make it home. Going to read my Kindle app while away from home. Nice. Night Circus and Jim Dale. Jim Dale is such a great narrator. Holy moly. Oh, swap it out before they close. Good luck. Good luck, Yvette. Okay, I'm going to put a banner on here that says sprint from 50 to 10. All right. Yeah. Yvette, you'll have to, if any of you who have read Verity can help Yvette, just at her in the comments so she can know if she really should go exchange that book or just keep it and give it a try. Let her know. Destiny, I'm totally down to do a buddy read. Let's do it. Okay, Meredith Jaeger writes dual timeline historical fiction. Oh, I love that. We are not doing really anything. I have cards that are like trifold cards that say MOM. We might do something with those. The church as a whole does stuff for Mother's Day. We have professional portraits and a couple other things that are for the moms. So the kids don't do anything specific. We have a lot of different kinds of families in our church, and so we don't want to exclude, or I don't know. We just don't. Oh, here you go, Yvette. Yes, it's explicit. There's a scene where the character gets pregnant and takes care of it herself. Oh my goodness. No, thank you. Okay. Happy reading, everybody. I am going to try to share the screen. Put on a beach, rocky beach. Oh, why didn't I? Oh, I need to make it big. Did it go? Why didn't it? Hello, everybody. Come on back. Denise is in the house. Hi, friend. Happy to be here. Fashionably late, reading Billy Porter's Unprotected, and Finley Donovan is killing it. Nice. Yay, Sarah's here. Pilgrim's Progress. Nice. Yvette, that was a fast trip to the bookstore. Holy moly. Erica asks if there are any other physical to Kindle converts. She just got a Kindle and is in love. Cute. I have a Kindle. Do I read it? Nope. I don't think I can wait till June. Since I've already started and I was intrigued by the beginning. Yay! Welcome. I'm glad that you're here. I do sprints typically every other week. So twice a month. Uh, so hopefully you can come back too. Glad you're here. Been a Kindle fan for years, but also still loves physical. No joke, Lindsay. No joke. If the bookstore was that close, it would not be good. Yeah, this seems to be the consensus, like Kindles for nighttime reading. Okay, good. Yeah. Destiny, do you have Voxer? I am books and jams on Voxer. Find me. We'll set it up. Emily, I'm glad you're here. I know I really need to use my Kindle more for my neck, Kelly. Oh, if you read too much on there, it gives you migraines. Ooh, that's good to think about. I am light sensitive. My migraines are often triggered by light things. Maybe the Kindle would be not a great idea. No worries. Kindle in bed at night has been a game changer. If I charge my Kindle, that might help me to stop scrolling at night, which I really would like to stop scrolling at night. Right next to the hotel. Nice. Cute. Physical books, don't do that to me. I don't know what the Kindle Cloud Reader feature is. Yay, waves for the wind tonight. I just wanted the beach, but not like beachy beach. I liked this one. Voxer is a walkie-talkie app. It's my favorite way to do buddy reads. You don't need to exchange phone numbers. You just need a screen name, a username. Yeah, Kindle for commutes. Kindle for NetGalley, Kindle for nighttime, and for travel. No added weight, true. Take out the blue light and use the lowest bright setting. That's good to know. Good tips. Yes, to yourself, right? If you have time to scroll, you have time to read. It's true. The blue filter thing. Yeah, I have a Kindle and I use it every now and then. Love physical books, but sometimes I get my physical book on Kindle. Nice. Kindle Paperwhite. Yeah, what kind of Kindles do you guys have? I just have the cheap Fire one. Traded in my one from years ago that I never used. Prefer paper books, but it's great for carrying in your purse. My husband loves it. I just can't convert. You have the Nook. Nice. Great sale for Mother's Day. Good to know. Oh, let me take that away. So during that sprint, I read My Fine Fellow, and I'm still just at the beginning. It's a YA, so it goes quick. I'm on page 32. But the chapters are long. Like, why don't people know that we like short chapters by this point in their lives? Authors, you should just know better. They're not super long, but I'm on chapter 3. I guess like 10 pages, not too bad. But I think I might switch it up and do the graphic novel for next sprint. They call this enemy. Did someone say did someone say sale on Kindles? Where's my wallet? Where's my wallet? I love it. Nice. I didn't use mine enough. You gave it to your mom. Paperweight. Nice. A fire and an old keyboard. How funny. I used to have one of those too. Don't access the web on it other than to sync. Keep reading from the app. It's a good question. I don't know. I can't answer that for you. Sarah has the Oasis paperweight. Easier on the eyes. Oasis read on dark mode. Short chapters. Nancy's reading The Hacienda, the book of the month book. Really enjoying it. Spooky and gothic. Fun. Well, flowery is a anti-buzzword for me. So I will not be reading that book. I love thinking about we haven't done this in a while, but like words that are buzzwords for you, but then the opposite words when somebody describes a book that you're like, oh no, I'm not going to read that. So for me, flowery or over like really descriptive writing, I'm like, yeah, no, thank you. What are some anti-buzzwords for you guys? Oh, Kathy, I'm going to save this question because that's a good question too. I'm going to star it. We'll come back to it after anti-buzzwords. So let me think of what other ones. Flowery, like literary, anything that has affair of any sort is a no-go. Weird, strange, or magical realism. Okay, Gloria, I agree with you in general, but I want you to pick up one book by Sarah Addison Allen when you feel the need for something light. Her books are not super heavy. They deal with some serious stuff, but they're light, and there's the magic in them is charming, but they're very realistic. But then there's like this level of magical realism, I guess you would say, that it's just so charming. I love her books. Sarah Addison Allen. Give one a go. I'm very curious to see what you would think. Okay, let's see. Yeah, descriptive. Horror for sure, anti-buzzword. I love Kayla, Books and Lala, but basically anything that she likes. Very true. I have opposite tastes of her as well. Steamy. Family drama. I don't mind family drama, but if it's like a family saga, then I usually, or multi-generational family saga. Nope, I'm out. I don't usually end up liking those at all. That's funny. Jill, welcome. We're talking about anti-buzzwords. Addiction. Super long chapters are infuriating. Yeah. And you have the paperweight. Coming of age and family drama. Interesting. Feminist. Oh, I said it. True though. If something is described as that is like the main point of it or a big theme that you'll pull out, I often won't like those books either. I'm saying it too, Sarah. You don't think I would like that one? Yeah, no, I don't think I would either. Lisa, I'm saving yours because we'll come back to it. Translated fiction is not one way or the other. I love Bachman's books and his are all translated. But if something is like if it's a translated work, that's not a buzzword or an anti-buzzword for me. I'll pick it up. Depends on what it's about or some other things about it, not just that it's translated. Maria says horror, incest, pornography, child abuse, paranormal, scary. Oh yeah, paranormal typically is a no-go for me, except Simone St. James. Yeah, Sarah Addison Allen. She's so good. I'm so jealous. Oh, I just did a few Goodreads giveaway signups again today, and there's another I didn't get the first round of the Sarah Addison Allen book, but it's on there again from like May 2nd to the 17th or something. So I signed up again, like crossing all my fingers and toes. I like her a lot. Anti-buzzwords for Elizabeth: vampires, steamy, scientific, zombies, kidnapping, horror, or anything else scary. I love it. Anti-buzzword would be epic fantasy. I love it, Dana. Teen drama. Nice. Yeah, same for Gloria. It's too funny. Yeah. So I think of books like Pachinko. I really liked the beginning of it, but once we got into the next generations, I just didn't care anymore. I really liked that first girl and her story, like going from Korea to Japan or Japan to Korea, I forget which way. And just the whole situation there, I really enjoyed. But once we got to her children, I was like, me, I didn't care anymore. Not sure how you would describe LA weather, but I very much disliked that book. That's so funny. I thought you were talking about the literal weather in Los Angeles. That's funny. Yeah. Anything with affairs masquerading as forbidden love. Yeah, agree. Anytime an affair is glorified or like made out to be okay, I'm not okay with that. Literary dystopian. Oh, I love dystopian. Magical realism, high fantasy, steampunk. I don't know that I've read very much steampunk, but to me, that's interesting. I would be willing to try that. Cults. Oh, see, cults is a buzzword for me. I want to read it if it talks about cults or dystopian. Magical realism can be one for me too, but it might depend on the book. I don't have the best track record. Yeah, like I really did not like what's the Ava Lavender? The Strange and Beautiful Life of Ava Lavender, something like that, where she has wings. I didn't care for that book at all. Very weird, very strange. But I love Sarah Addison Allen. So I don't know. Important. Ha! As an anti-buzzword. It's not that you won't like it, but you don't want to be told that it's important. Interesting. I like that. Erotic would be an anti-buzzword, and sadly Kindle Unlimited doesn't do anything for me either. Yeah, that's funny. I've never had a Kindle Unlimited. I know a lot of people use it and love it. But they're just it's kind of like when you need something that's a sweet book as maybe a palate cleanser, then try Sarah Addison Allen. You love multi-generational sagas. Yeah, I just don't. What's the other one that I thought of that was like family drama? A Place for Us? That was a huge hit. I was a very unpopular opinion on that. A Place for Us by Fatima Farheen Mirza. And that wasn't multi-generational. It was just family drama. And the first 3 quarters of the book we get from a certain perspective, and then the last quarter we go back through some of those events from a different person in the family's perspective, and I did not care for it at all. No teen drama, lived through it. Isn't no, I would call Nevermore straight fantasy because it is not a real world situation in general. Like the beginning like starts out like real world, but the idea that there's this whole other world, I would call the Nevermore series fantasy. I never finished Pachinko. See, but you read the good part, if you ask me. Antsy? What do you mean by antsy? I don't know that I've heard a book described as being antsy. Which I loved Nevermore, but I would call it fantasy. Yes, The Peach Keeper. Yes. Um, Garden Spells was my first one and I loved it. And then Garden Spells has a like sequel slash companion. Peach Keeper is not related to the Garden Spells one. Also very good. Completely made up world. Yeah, agree. You DNF'd Ava Lavender. Good, because it just kept getting weirder and weirder. Buzzwords would be dystopian and cults for me too. Yes. Same, Catherine. Anything to do with science or math, blah. That's funny. Yay. You like sweet. Mhm. So in garden spells, it's a family of sisters and they each have a specific gift, like magical gift, but not like magicians or anything weird like that. And there's an apple tree in the backyard that if you eat an apple, you kind of learn something from the future. So they're like, don't eat the apples from the apple tree. But the apple tree will like throw apples at people trying to get them to eat the apples. It's funny. They're very sweet. I like her books a lot. Some of these anti-buzzwords are big buzzwords for me. Yeah, I like a cult book too. Yeah, it's so fun. Nevermore. April loves anything you read, Sarah. Nice. Not me. Some things. Sarah and I have a little crossover. No, Harry Potter is straight fantasy. How how would you describe the difference? So then magical realism is like a contemporary with a little bit of magic thrown in. So it's mostly real world, real life situations, but there's a little element of magic in it. Fantasy is like a whole created world, totally different to our world. Yes, the second one is First Frost. I loved it. I also read The Girl Who Chased the Moon, and I also read The Peach Keeper. I read 4 Sarah Addison Allen books, and I loved all 4 of them. Practical Magic, Garden Spells, loved the movie. Hated the book. I never read the book Practical Magic. Yeah, I'm not a fan of I wouldn't be a fan of that either. You think it's gonna be a clean, kinda sweet romance from the cover and then boom, soft porn on page 3. No, thank you. Off-topic question. Totally bring your off-topic questions. I never finished series because I let too much time go in between books and can't remember what happened in the previous book. Anyone have suggestions for me? All I wanna say is join the club. I'm in that club where I started a series sometimes years ago uh, and then never picked up the next book. I would say there is a website. Sarah, you'll have to say the website because I always forget what it is, where you can go and read a spoilery summary so that you don't have to reread the book that you already read. I mean, that's another suggestion. Just start over, but like plan on binging through. But there is a website where you can read spoilery uh, spoilery summaries. So it will tell you everything that happened, almost chapter by chapter, I think. I don't remember the name of it, but I'm sure someone knows it. So put it in the comments, friends. You might have already. I'm just behind. Okay, magical realism is real life with parts that are magical. Fantasy is its own world, even if they visit our worlds. Sure. Tell me that they want to ban it, and I'm jumping into the top of the pile. I love it, Anne. No worries, Cass. That's cute. Yes, there is. Oh, this is an anti-buzzword too. No, thank you. I don't need to read that. Or, okay, here's another good idea. Start the series after the series is done, or right as the last one is coming out. I will say I am currently consistently reading Keeper of the Lost Cities, and the next one comes out, I think, in November. So Amy and I just finished book 7, and we're pausing. We're like skipping a month in between the next two because we have book 8 and then book 8.5. But we don't want to finish book 8 in May, book 8.5 in June, and then have to wait till November. So we're skipping a month and spreading it out a little bit so it gets closer. I know. I'm seeing if somebody knows. I try really hard to have. I try really hard to read the first in a series a month until I finish it. Oh, series stuff. Bye, Lisa. Thanks for stopping in. Goodreads. Oh, no, that's not. Oh, I'll have to look it up what the name of the actual website is because nobody has said it yet. There is a website. I don't read books about animals because they often die. I refuse. And then Kathy asked this question: how many books is too many to be reading at the same time? I'm usually about 3. Oh, I was gonna start a sprint. We'll do a sprint at 35. I read multiple books at once as well. I have gotten up to as many as 5 at a time, which felt like too many, but I almost always have an audiobook and a print book going, so I almost always have 2 going at a time. Sometimes I have 2 print books going and an audio. So 2 or 3 is my normal, amount of books to have going at the same time. I don't know. How many do you guys read at the same time? How many books? Are you multitaskers when it comes to reading, or do you just like to do one at a time? It's an interesting question. Let me change this. So I'm ready. We're going to do 35. We're going to do a 25 to 00. One at a time for Terry, 2 at a time for Justine, now 3 or 4, 2 or 3. It just depends. I usually, if I have 2 or more print books going at the same time, it's because they're very different from each other. Um, but I also sometimes have a Kindle app one if I'm up to date with, like, if I'm working on a NetGalley, I'll sometimes have something on Kindle too that can add to it. Let's see. Middle grade March, yeah, just 1 usually. 3, a Stephen King, 1 pick for the month, and a Kindle one for when you're out and about. A fiction and a nonfiction, an audio and a paper. 3 to 4 at a time. Yeah. Most of you are also multitaskers like me. 3 or 4, but sometimes I don't pick one up for a while. I do no more than 3 at a time. 2 print max and 1 audio. 2 to 3, 1 audio, 1 paper, 1 Kindle. 3 at a time. I know it's very rare. Like this afternoon, I'm like, I have no books going on right now. It was very weird. It was a very weird feeling to have 0. But it was also a very good feeling to be released from reading Transcendent Kingdom. 3 at once, mixed characters and question why you do it. That's funny. I have at least 5 going at a time, but I end up focusing on 2 or 3. Often I have a nonfiction and a few fiction. I have had 5, and it does feel like a lot, for sure. And it's true, like, I will end up focusing on 1 or 2 of them. I don't hop between, well, I do hop between them, but I do sprints, or I call it timer cleaning, most Saturday mornings, where I sit and read for 15 minutes and then I get up and do something, like start a load of laundry and make my bed, whatever, do the dishes, and then come back and sit and read again for 15 minutes. And I can switch to a different book at that point. So that's how I kind of switch between them. No more than 3. A hard book, a nonfiction, and an easier book. Nice. I like how that's worded. Nice. 1 print and 1 audio. 1 audio and physical. A lot of you are this. 1 print, 1 Kindle, 1 audio. Yep. 1 Kindle and 1 audio. Yeah, when I get up to 5, I'm like, "Oh, I need to finish one of these. It's too much." Here, Stephen King readers, what's your favorite Stephen King books or the best Stephen King to start with? Yeah, I finally decided to DNF yesterday, Denise, and I feel so good about it. I love her writing, and you're right, Homegoing was amazing. I loved, loved, loved Homegoing. This one had no story. There was no plot whatsoever driving. I love the discussion that was in there, and I loved her writing, but there was no driving force leading me through the book and through those discussions. I think her writing is still spectacular. I'm like already thinking about how to rate it, but I had 120 pages left to go, and I'm like, ugh, I think it's just barely a 300-page book, and I just couldn't. It was such a bummer. A Mystery at Night. Okay, it's 35. We're gonna do a sprint. Currently, Les Mis, Souls of Lost Lake. Oh, I love C.S. Lewis biography. Nice. Oh, and some are answering some Stephen King. The Stand. Okay. We're gonna go for 25. Look at me. Switching it up. We'll do a 25-minute, and I am switching to my graphic novel, They Called Us Enemy by George Takei, about a Japanese internment camp, and I haven't started it yet, so I'm starting right now. Happy reading. Oh, I'm going to put the beach rocks back on. Can I remember how to do it? How did everybody do? This book is going to be intense. So sad. Like, what fear will make people do. But I just learned about, I read about how many pages? 50 pages, almost exactly. Listen to this last line. Memory is a wily keeper of the past, usually dependable, but at times deceptive. He's talking about when he was a little boy and they were headed to go to the camp. They had already lived at the stables at a horse track for a little while, and now they're being moved to an internment camp. And he was little, and his parents did a great job of keeping the trip fun, and the mom had brought canteens and candies and books and sacrificed her minimal luggage to bring things to keep it interesting for the boys. But he said he has brief glimpses of his parents showing how hard everything was, but his main memory is of a joyful time of games, play, and discoveries. Like, oh, how sad. As they're headed to an internment camp. Just crazy. So I think this is going to be very good. I'm excited to read it. How did everybody else do for that sprint? Yes, Sarah, this is the one that I was thinking of. Recaptains. I couldn't remember what it was called. That's the one you had told me about. But yeah, there's another one. Terry said book series recaps, which might also have spoilery summaries. I'm not sure. Finished your book and you're probably gone already. 2 a.m. in the UK. Thanks for hopping on. Good night. Good night. April, hope you have a good time getting ice cream. What's everybody's favorite ice cream? It's so crazy. Like, great job, parents, keeping the kids from being scared or, I mean, I'm sure they still wondered what was going on, but the parents did a great job keeping them entertained and stuff, but still sad. Billy Porter's memoir is exquisite. As a Pittsburgher, that's a funny word, Pittsburgher, all of the Pittsburgh references and landmarks are so enjoyable. Nice. Elizabeth finished a chapter. How are you liking it, Tia? Someone else just said that they read it earlier. Loved the banter. Didn't think the backstories were done super well. I'm curious what you think about book lovers. Things are intense in Les Mis. Yay. We're getting closer. Chocolate Moose Tracks mint chocolate chip. Banana pudding. Oh, Sarah, we know that we do not have similar taste buds. That's never a choice I would make for ice cream. Anything with a caramel swirl. Fruity popsicles, way more than ice cream. I love it. Pistachio and chocolate cherry. Ice cream with peanut butter in it. I love. Local creamer has lemon bar. Ooh. Chocolate peanut butter. Vanilla with fudge. Anything with cookie dough. I'm just not a fan of banana pudding at all, so chocolate chip cookie dough. How to figure out a bird? Like what kind of a bird it was? Or what were you doing with the bird? I'm curious about that. Eating pretzels with sweet tea tonight. Yes, Codename Helene is long. I listened to it on audio and I liked the audio. I think the audio was done well. Stop. Now I want ice cream. Cookie dough. Did you figure out the bird? Bananas and mangoes. Nice. And date sauce. So tonight I made a treat for myself. A healthy treat, relatively. These are 3-ingredient cookies. It's only banana and oats. And I put a little chocolate. Like, I have Lily's. It's sweetened with stevia, Lily's chocolate. So there's no sugar in this at all. It's banana, oatmeal, and chocolate. And I put a little PB2 peanut butter flour, peanut butter powder. I've never made these before. They're pretty good. They're weird, like chewy kind of flavor, chewy texture. My favorite ice cream, though, if I have a choice, if they have it, is dark chocolate with mint. Oh, so good. Can't find it everywhere, though. A little too long. Some storylines were drawn out a little bit too much. Cute. Bird hunting. I love it. Bird identify, whatever. You know what I mean. Oh, I tried to take that away. There we go. Oh, Ben and Jerry's used to have my favorite ice cream, but they discontinued it. Chocolate therapy. Nice. The one that they used to have was called Dublin Mudslide. And I think it was a coffee ice cream with Kahlua and chocolate and fudge. And it was so good. It was so good. But it got discontinued. Unpopular opinion. Mint chocolate chip ice cream is gross. That's funny. How sad. Oh, I was like, what are you talking about, Tia? Stampin' Cass has asked if manga and graphic novels are the same. I don't think they're the same. I have Bluebell coffee in right now in the freezer with a little Kahlua. Oh, that sounds good. Pralines and cream. Just plain old chocolate chip, no mint. Late night snack, but I do like the Tonight Dough. Is that still one? Ooh, chocolate covered potato chip. Sarah, you're killing me. I don't like, I'm not a salty sweet mixer. I don't like my salty and my sweet mixed ever. Cookie dough is the best flavor of ice cream ever. Fight me. Tia, you're cracking me up. I love it. Mint chocolate chip. I mean, I just want ice cream now. Actually, don't fight me. I'm not a fighter. I'm a hugger. I love it so much. Too funny. Oh my word. Hilarious. German chocolate cake from Baskin Robbins. Interesting. Right? I feel like I remember when cookie dough ice cream was first invented as well. I don't know. Don't break up with me. Don't worry. We've already moved. We already know I'm the pickiest ever. I never tried late night snack, but I do like the Tonight Dough. If I'm gonna get Ben and Jerry's, that's probably what I would get because I just like all the stuff that's in it. But I love Turkey Hill chocolate with peanut butter, chocolate peanut butter, because it has like the real big swirls of peanut butter and they're like like hardened peanut butter in there. I like that. If I'm gonna get chocolate peanut butter, it's Turkey Hill chocolate peanut butter. Yeah, I know it. I'm a weird who doesn't like sweet and salty. Like, don't salt my caramel, don't salt my chocolate, don't salt my cookies, don't salt my fruit. Don't put salt on anything that's supposed to be sweet. No, thank you. Cherry Garcia, nice. So I'm just gonna take another bite of my banana cookie. I also found a recipe for a banana mug cake, banana bread mug cake thing that I'm gonna make tomorrow for breakfast. Moose Tracks is good. Spumoni? What is this? What's spumoni? I don't know what that is. I love eating ruffled potato chips dipped in my chocolate ice cream. Oh, do you dip your french fries in your Frosty at Wendy's too? That's disgusting. Chocolate ice cream with coconut, caramel, and nuts. Mm. Although I will eat salted caramel over nothing. If my choices are nothing or salted caramel, ooh, I think I'd still say nothing. That's funny. I have Kroger's here, but I never go into them. Someone used to salt his salad, like a lettuce, like a chef salad. Interesting. Ben and Jerry's Chunky Monkey. I like when my chocolate chip cookies are burnt. Not burnt, burnt, just a little burnt. Okay. Italian dessert ice cream, a 3 flavor layers of pistachio, chocolate, and cherry almond. Nice. I don't eat nuts at all. So I wouldn't like that pistachio. Yeah, chocolate, pistachio, vanilla, tricolor, cherry, or vanilla. Yeah. I love the darker the better. Dark chocolate ice cream. Oh, yeah. Chocolate therapy, a combination of dark chocolate ice cream, chocolate pudding, and little pieces of chocolate cookie. Interesting. So it combined pudding and ice cream together? I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I do know how I feel about that. Does not appeal to me. Oh my goodness. Toffee coffee crunch. I love toffee anything. Yum. I love toffee. Oh, I love dark chocolate. We're just the opposite, Sarah. We're opposites. That's funny. I know. I love. Well, see, here we go. I love toffee, and you love toffee. We have our little moments of commonality. Is it like a trifle chocolate therapy where it's like a chunk of ice cream and a chunk of pudding and cookies mixed into all of it, or is it all mixed together? Excuse me. Curious about that. Oh man, how did everybody's reading go? Forgot to come back to that. I told you how mine went. I found oh, whoops. I found 2 books when I started cleaning in my library room last weekend that I had borrowed during middle grade March from the library and still had never returned them. Oops. I'm keeping them because I might still read them. Excuse me while I go to the kitchen. Sadly, I have no ice cream. Okay, let's debate. Is white chocolate a chocolate? I say no. I mean, yeah, it is. That's funny. Anything with brownie bits? Yum. And you guys are not doing great for my willpower this evening. No cocoa is not chocolate. But what would you call it then? It's still chocolate. Sarah read 1 chapter. Jeanette read about 50 pages. Destiny finished Silent Sister and put the littles to bed. Are you doing a straight through the Bible or are you doing a specific study? What are you doing? Had to stop your Bible reading because your brain couldn't handle it. I understand that. White chocolate isn't chocolate and it also isn't good. I disagree. Vanilla, but what would like I don't know. I like it with peppermint in it, like peppermint bark at Christmas. Oh, so good. Oreo cookie, like the Hershey's Oreo cookie candy bar. I used to love that too. I'm a fan of anything chocolate. Let's be My reading went well, and I bought 2 more books. Nice. What did you buy? I like white chocolate. Yeah. Thank you. Denise likes it too. I'm not alone. Oh, fun. His real estate clients got the house that they put an offer on. Yay. Oh, my heart. I hear you, Jacqueline. That's a good book. I do like white chocolate. It's not the same though. It's made with sugar, vanilla, and mild products, no cocoa, so it's not chocolate. And yes, it's gross. No, it's not gross. You can have mine. I'll take it. I'll take it. Cocoa butter. Thank you, Ariane. White chocolate is made from cocoa butter, and cocoa butter, also called theobroma oil, is a pale yellow edible fat extracted from the cocoa bean. What now, haters? Oh man. Put some peppermint, crushed up candy canes in it at Christmas time, and it'll be delicious. Oh, Elizabeth is doing a study in Hosea with your women's Sunday school class. There's a workbook that you're liking, but not when you're tired. I hear you. God made lots of varieties of food for us to enjoy. Boom. Anything. It's not a chocolate. That's hilarious. But that doesn't make it sound delicious. I love it. I'm not one to argue with science. It's so funny. I think what I'm going to do, I'm totally getting off the chocolate train. I think I'm going to, in the next sprint, read the beginning of this or like continue with the beginning of this and then decide which of these 3 books in print I'm going to continue with right now. Because both of these were very good. But I also want to keep going in this one. Has anyone listened to Evelyn Hardcastle on audio? Is it one that I should read in print, or could I try to find the audio of it? I don't know. I started like 3 different books on audio the last couple days, and then nothing was clicking. Sarah, you gave me for Christmas book exchange The Love Story of Missy Carmichael, and it was one of my books for the BookTube Spin round 5. We're on round 6 right now, and I just never got to it. And I tried it on audio. I think I started it 2 or 3 times, and I just could not get into it. What else? There was 2 other ones I think that I started on audio, and I'm like, nah, I'm not feeling it. So I don't know. Ariane's reading Deuteronomy and First Corinthians, reading all the way through for the year. Nice. I am doing a what's it called? Chronological read through. So I'm in the middle of 2 Samuel, First Chronicles, and Psalms. Like a little bit over the last couple days. We do pretzels dipped in white chocolate and sprinkled with crushed candy canes. You read it. It might be confusing to follow on audio. Okay, I feel like that's the vibe that I get from it because he's gonna switch characters, I think. I read it on audio, had to listen at normal speed because it was a lot. Oof. Yeah. Narrator is great. However, I didn't like the book all that much. I hope I convinced you well because I haven't read it yet, so I don't know what I'm even going to think of it. But hopefully, we both like it, Elizabeth. Too confusing. I feel like because it jumps around, like I was kind of looking at the title, like the chapters. Some chapters don't have it, just a number, but then others say day 1 or day 4 or whatever. And I feel like that jumps around a little bit. It's not straight chronological from what I gathered. Oh yeah, see, day 3 continued, but I know there's 7 days, and look, that's nearly the end of the book. Day 3 continued. So I feel like that would in itself make the audio confusing to follow. I don't know. Oh yeah, the next chapter, that's 52. Day 3, chapter 8, chapter 53 is day 8. So it does jump around. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to do it in print. That's fine. Yeah, I just couldn't get into the audio. I don't know if it was the narrator or just the beginning of the story isn't incredibly captivating. I don't know what it was. Or I just wanted to watch TV instead of read, which is fine too. Currently listening to The Other Black Girl. It's kind of meh so far. I have heard that overall is kind of meh. Hopefully it picks up for you, but I've just kind of heard that it's not the greatest. Right. Let's do um let's do another sprint. We stopped. Yeah, we can go ahead and do one like now. I'll do like 22, 45. Will get us just cuz that's fun. Oh, would 7.5 deaths be magical realism? I think it's mystery. I would call this a mystery, which could have a little bit of everything in it. But as far as I know, it's a mystery because he's trying to figure out how or who killed Evelyn Hardcastle. Yes, he jumps into the body of somebody different every day, but it's still a mystery at its core. Oh, Denise didn't like Other Black Girl either. I had to take notes. I already feel like I might want to take notes, especially because, like, in the print version, it has this invitation and it kind of lists or has this page where it lists the people that got invited. It has, this is another reason I like the print. It has like a map of the estate, Blackheath, where it all goes down. But I think I might end up needing to take notes too, like day one, what's going on. I don't know. See, on my genre chart, I'm going to put this as mystery. Maybe I'll change my mind. Mystery with sci-fi elements. Time loops are sci-fi. Huh. I have Other Black Girl on my cart. Is that what this one is? Maybe I'll just DNF. Maybe I'll just unhaul this. I have so many books I want to read. And I don't think I've heard anybody say that they like this one. It's going in my unhaul pile right now. Whoops. It's going in my unhaul pile right now. Okay, grab your books. I am switching to this one. I'll see you back here in about 20 minutes. 23 minutes. Oh, let me put the thing on. right, all right. Time to come back. Time to come back together. How did everybody do? Bye, Cass. Chocolate peanut butter is a fave of mine. I decided I'm not going to read Evelyn Hardcastle right now. I mean, I will read it soon. So, Destiny, that gives you time. If you're still here, that gives you time to get your hands on it and let me know on Voxer when you're ready to start, and I will read that with you. But these ones definitely held my attention a lot more. So, I'll probably read both of them. This is a YA Victorian romance, maybe partly romance, and then this is the nonfiction memoir, graphic memoir. So I'm gonna read both of those next. I'm gonna continue with both of those and just pause this one until after I finish one of those. It's good, but maybe because it's later at night. I don't know. Bye, Denise. Jill, my sweet husband just asked me to write down my coffee order and he'll get it for you tomorrow morning. Oh, that's sweet. Happy Mother's Day to you. Slow and steady, but you're working on it. You got it, Lindsay. The end is in sight. Man, how many pages are in the edition that you're reading, or are you listening? Finished book lovers. The lead woman is 5'11". Yes. It's not so much that I like when they're tall. I mean, I do. I just don't like when they're petite. And every single time that that girl is on the page, it's talked about how small she is. That really gets under my skin. But I do like a tall heroine. That's nice. What You Wish For. I liked that one. Now you're really into it. I'm not surprised. I like Catherine Center. I have a Catherine Center book on my cart. This feels like, actually, maybe I'll read this month. Happiness for Beginners. I have this one and I have the yellow one. I can't remember what it's called. I just cleaned up my shelves a little bit over this weekend, and I'm very pleased because they were getting to be a hot mess. I know someone said earlier to do some kind of bookshelf, not tour, but like share my bookshelves, and I will when I someday get new bookshelves. I really want new bookshelves. I'm getting a cup of OG chocolate ice cream late this week when the temps are supposed to be in the upper 80s. Nice. Oh, 1304. Not counting the notes, and you're on 1180. Yes, you are so close. I love it. Excuse me. Oh, yeah. You DNF'd your book. Bummer. I love Catherine Center. Me too. Third book I was reading. Okay, you're going to read Book Lovers. Welcome, Amy. We probably will do 1 or 2 more sprints, so I'm glad you're here. Yeah, she is reliably good. I think I've read 3 of her books now, and I like them all. Oh, let me take that off. I have so many books I want to read. Someone told me about, or they used a wheel, and I spent time earlier this week making a wheel for all of my Book of the Month books, all of my Christmas book exchange books, and sequels. Did I do? Or no, my book cart, recommendations cart. I should do one for sequels. I might use that to choose my TBR, to choose some of my TBR for June. Use some wheels. That might be fun. Your series ender is a bit slow right now, too. I'm having issues enjoying your recent series endings. That's a bummer. If the yellow one is everyone is beautiful. I can't see it from this angle. Let me go get it. It's over. This is the shelf I just cleaned. Oh man, it's so much not yeah, this tall one here. Oh, I can't get my hand to go the right way. That tall one. It just looks so much better than it did. Let me see what the Catherine Center one is. Oh yeah. It is Everyone is Beautiful. It's a tiny one. That's a little one. I love that all of hers now, I think all of them were recovered to have kind of those big flowers on them. I might keep those out. I could go for a Catherine Center book soon. It's kind of the mood I'm in, like just something lighter after Small Great Things and then DNFing Transcendent Kingdom. I think that's why Evelyn Hardcastle just isn't hitting the spot right now, because this one really is, and this is going to be light and kind of fluffy and fun. This one is not light and fluffy, but it's just totally different, and it's nonfiction. It's memoir, so it's just different. But bought the first and second Keeper books. Oh, I hope you love them. I hope you love them. Yeah, I like to have a variety. I'm a mix of a mood reader and planner. So like I like to have a big TBR that has a lot of variety in it, but I also want to be making progress on all my reading goals for the year. Not like they matter. I'm not stressing about them at all, but I have a lot of series I want to continue. I want to be working on my book of the month books. And I was really bummed in this last round of BookTube Spin books that I chose. Like I chose 5 Christmas books, 5 book of the month, and 5 series, and none of those got picked. Like random ones. This one and what was the other? Maybe it was Small Great Things? No, that was for something else. I forget what the other BookTube Spin book was that I picked. I don't know. Oh, I do. Unwritten. Here. I have it here. Which don't really help me with any of my goals, except that they're on my recommendations cart, so that's fine. But anyways, I will warn you that there is some language from the character who is a white supremacist that is very jarring to hear over and over and over in that book. It fits his character, but it's just it's just difficult to hear. Still conflicted about the type of reader I am. I want to be a mood reader, but I'm a planner and I need to just own it. Yeah, you are not a mood reader at all. Evelyn Hardcastle had a lot of fat shaming, which I was not a fan of. Interesting. I've never heard anyone else say that. And I've heard people say that about other books, and I just don't notice that, which is funny because I'm a bit of a plus size girl myself, and it's not something I notice in books. I notice when they overly talk about how petite someone is, but I don't notice it the opposite way, which is so funny. Not funny, but I don't know. I like to have some ideas of the books that you want to read, but I also love the freedom to pick up whatever. Yeah, that's how I am too, Lindsay. Either I have a big TBR with a lot of variety in it, or I have a very small TBR with a lot of room to mood read. So I kind of go from one extreme to the other. Yeah, her covers are really pretty. How to Walk Away. Was that my first one? I think that might have been my first one. No, the firefighter one was my first one. The Things You Save in a Fire. That was my first. Reading The Wind-Up Girl by Paulo. Not gonna try to say that. Backgulpy. Backgulpy. Oh, you know what else I want to read sometime soon? Let me get it. I don't know why I need to show it. I just saw that there's an adaptation of this that's just new on Hulu, I think, Under the Banner of Heaven. Is it on Hulu or Netflix? There's a new adaptation movie of this, or it's limited series, I think. And this is the story of a cult. July 24th, 1984, a woman and her infant daughter were murdered by two brothers who believed they were ordered to kill by God. The roots of their crime lie deep in the history of an American religion practiced by millions. So I really want to read this um, before watching the adaptation. I didn't even watch a trailer. I just saw Under the Banner of Heaven. I'm like, wait a minute. Amanda gave this to me in our book exchange for Christmas book exchange. So this is one that I want to get to as well. Maybe this month I should put it out, leave it out so that I can hopefully get to it soon. We'll see. I totally let the library pick my books. I tag the books I eventually want to read, place holds on them, and then see what comes in. I know. And then I have a couple that I own too. I love that. Jill, I have a stack out from the library right now too, and I just don't know when or if I'll get to them because I've been doing really good with reading my owned TBR, but both of these that I'm going to be reading right now are from the library. So I am going to read some of them before they all have to go back. I also put all my anticipated reads on hold as soon as I can. Usually when I'm starting to put together that next quarter of books that are coming out, I'll go through and request anything that I can on NetGalley, but then I also go through and see what's already listed on my library as something that they're going to order. Like my one library puts it in all caps, and then when they have it on the shelves, it goes normal. Like not all caps, but if it's in all caps, it means that they're going to order it, or it's ordered, it's just not out yet. So I hopefully get near to the front of the list at the library, but that just means that I never know when it's going to come in. Total mood reader, which is why I have 5 books at a time. So true. Currently reading Prayers the Devil Answers. Interesting. Under the Banner of Heaven, you want to read, Lindsay? Maybe we should read that together. Reading The Good Left Undone. Definitely a mood reader. Hence why I'm reading a book about Appalachia right now. Interesting. What book are you reading? Oh, you just told me. Prayers the Devil Answers. Cool. I like books that are set in the mountain, like in Appalachian Mountains. That's cool. You just picked up which one? Under the Banner of Heaven? Yeah, it does look like it's going to be pretty heavy. I let Little Free Libraries pick my books. That's cool. Yay, Sherry, welcome. You'll definitely catch a sprint. We should do another one. Next month is Short Books and Short Story Month. There is a short story readathon happening in May as well. Mitzi and Chantel and Spread Book Joy. I forget who the third person is that's hosting a short story readathon right now this month. I alternate between reading a book I own and a library book. It's a happy mix for planning and mood reading. I love that. Yes. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Message me. We'll figure out when. Not like right away, but maybe by the end of the month or next week. No, not next week. Maybe the week after. I don't know. We'll see. Soon. Because I want to watch the movie of it. All right, let's do another sprint. We'll go from 10 to 10:20. And I think that might be our last, or yeah, 00 to 20. I think that might be our last one. 20. And I'm going back to My Fine Fellow because I was having fun with that one. That's the mood I want. I was thinking about picking up a short story this month or two. I have a collection of Hercule Poirot mystery short stories. Maybe I'll read 1 or 2 of those. Say that I participated. Oh, What Brings Karina Joy? That's right. That's the other host of the short story readathon. All right, grab your books. I'm doing this one. And I'll see you in 20. right, everyone. That's time to come back. Oh, stop sharing. There we go. How did your reading go during that sprint? I am going to enjoy this very much. I love when food or like cooking is a part of a story, and it's definitely a big part of this one. And I love the My Fair Lady aspect where these two culinary students a- adopt a street boy who cooks as a project for school. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Um, See, some of you already left. That's okay. We're all going to leave soon. Um, Destiny, let me know if you get this book. We'll read that one. Lindsay, let me know about Under the Banner of Heaven. I wanted to say, if any of you are on Voxer, I'm there as Books and Jams. If you ever pick up a book that you see on my wrap ups or in a vlog or in my TBRs, like if you pick up a book because of me, feel free to share your thoughts with me on Voxer. Books and Jams. I'm not the greatest at responding right away, but I think someone did that this last week with me. Read a book that I had just read in April, and then they picked it up and read it and shared their thoughts. And I was like, that is so fun. Like a little unofficial buddy read. We're not reading it at exactly the same time, but I thought it was very cool. So feel free if you have Voxer, Books and Jams. That's me. Happy to chat with you guys there. Okay, good, Destiny. Then maybe in a couple days. Let me finish these other ones first, but maybe by the middle of the week, if that works for you. Oh, you can start it tomorrow. I'm on page 26, but I'm gonna pause it to read these other two first. But I feel like these will be quick reads, so maybe by Monday or Tuesday, I'll get back into this one. Yeah. I switched to Burn Town by Jennifer McMahon. I started this for the Backlist Readathon, Lindsay and Sarah. My daughter is actually reading Out of My Mind is so good. So good. I hope she loves that one, Jill. Yes, it is always fun to get to talk like real time when you're reading something. I think that's fun. All right, my friends. I think that's going to be it for today. I am on a mission to start getting myself in bed sooner and waking up earlier now that the sun rises earlier. So my goal is to be getting in bed closer to 10:30 rather than 11. It's only 30 minutes. Maybe I'll move it up eventually, but I'm starting small. Getting in bed a little sooner, a little bit less scrolling time. Maybe I'll charge my Kindle. I don't even know where it is right now. So that I don't have to have my phone in bed with me. I don't know. That's my goals. Yay for finishing a book. Yay. All right. So we will be meeting. We'll be having another live in 2 weeks. So that makes it the week of May 20th, 21st, 22nd, sometime in there. And I will have a friend joining me for that one. Already talking to someone. So I don't know exactly what time during that weekend it will be, but I will be letting you know. I'm so glad many of you joined in tonight. I hope you got some good reading done. I know I've been a part of some other sprints lately, and they do longer sprint sessions. So I hope you don't mind that I keep it on the shorter side, but I fall asleep, which happened. I dozed a little bit tonight too, or like started to, but yeah. Anyways, 20th weekend of the 20th is our next live, and until then, well, I'll see you in lots of videos before then. So hopefully you guys have a good rest of your weekend. Happy Mother's Day to all my mom friends. I love you all so much and look forward to talking with you soon. Bye, everyone.